Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's new makeup releases. We are going to chat about the new makeup that's been released, announced, and sneak peek, and I'm going to let you know whether or not I want to pick it up, whether or not I already did, and then you let me know down in the comments what you are the most interested in, or if you're not interested in any at all, I would love to hear about that as well. Let's jump in. I'm in a great mood, love my makeup today, so let's just get it cracking. So I did film this makeup look. I'm actually using a combination of my two palettes with Oden's Eye. Really love this. I filmed this for a reel at TikTok. It's already live. I'll put it up. Maybe I'll put it here on YouTube as well, as long as it's under 1 minute, because YouTube only lets you put up stuff that's under 1 minute. If I do, I will put it. I will link a pinned comment where you can find the look if you're interested. I'm actually wearing the Fantasy Cosmetica Forgotten lipstick, the green one, and both Oden's Eye and Fantasy Cosmetica, they're having their Black Friday sale right now. It's ongoing. You can stack an affiliate code on both of these places. There's a bunch of places that have their sales going on. Gourmande Girl, my affiliate code will give you 35% off right now. Glamlite is having a big sale as well. My affiliate code does stack. They did tell me that it didn't work throughout the weekend, but it's working now again. Well, you can stack a code. So there's so many places that have a Black Friday sale. I will leave a link to my Black Friday indie makeup guide that I had last Sunday in case you wanted to catch up on some of the deals. So I'm not going to be really diving into that in this video. Also, if you're American and you're celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you had an amazing Thanksgiving. Today, as you're seeing this, well, today as I'm putting this up, it's actually Black Friday. So today is the day. Let me know if you bought anything on Black Friday. I bought a new curling iron from Ulta. I'm still trying to learn it. That's actually what I bought. I can link the one as well. I'll link that in the pinned comment as well, which curling iron I actually ended up buying if it's still available. And it was on a really good sale. I also bought some things from Revolve. Revolve is having a really good sale. But other than that, I don't think I bought anything. Oh, I did take advantage of the Glamlite sale. I bought those two Nightmare on Elm Street palettes that I ended up not getting in PR that I know I really wanted. So I'm super excited to be getting those. Okay, let me scoochy and we can dive in. By the way, I'm feeling my look today with the yellow and the green. I look really nice today, don't I? I'm looking like a snack. Okay, I scooched it a little bit to the side so we can get some pictures in. I did not celebrate Thanksgiving myself. I just worked, honestly. I actually I'm filming this on Thanksgiving and I'm working today per usual. Yesterday I was editing until 10 p.m. at night. That was fun, but also some people were asking me about Cinch Beauty and why we're not having a Black Friday sale. It's because, like, listen, production times and shippings and everything is a little wild, and I'm still learning the ropes. This is my first year running my own indie beauty brand, and I don't have anything in stock. That's the simple truth, but just know there will be, very soon, a launch from Cinch Beauty. I'm so excited. I'm like tearing up thinking about it because I've been working so hard on this. So hard. There isn't actually that many things to talk about, but honestly, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's nice for us to have a little bit of a breather and just be like a little bit of relaxing. There's a couple of brands that usually have Christmas things or like holiday releases that I haven't seen anything from yet, like Nomad Cosmetics. And I'm wondering, what do you think? Do you think they skipped it this year or do you think it's still coming? I mean, they're definitely I haven't seen a holiday release from Juvia's Place either, but they usually release their holiday releases later. So it's going to be interesting to see what December has for us. But speaking of that, one of the most interesting releases that actually have been announced is something that I have been predicting for years. I even think I mentioned this in one of my yearly prediction videos where I was saying, isn't it weird that Sarian has not had a collab yet? And with my friends, I was always saying it has to be Melt. It has to be Melt. And I know my friends were saying this as well because she always uses Melt on her channel. She loves Melt Cosmetics. And as I'm filming this, the only thing I've seen is that Melt Cosmetics and Sarian has announced that yes, they are indeed doing a collab. If I have any more info about this, I will put that in the description box, but as I'm filming this, all I know is that they're doing a collab. It's called Fatally Yours. I don't know what this is going to be. This could be a lip balm. This could be tweezers for all we know. This could be nothing. Like, we have no idea what this is, but I'm guessing based on Sarian's taste in makeup and based on what kind of products that Melt Cosmetics offers, and also based on the size of Bailey Sarian. She is a very huge creator. I've actually met her before she became this super big creator. I met her at Ipsy together with Karen Harris and Amy from Amy Loves Makeup, and she was super sweet, very humble, very kind, and she also was very, like, she complimented me on my outfit. She was just very sweet, and I met her the day after as well, and she complimented me again on my outfit. Honestly, just seems like a really cute person. And this collection, me guessing, I'm thinking an eyeshadow palette that's going to be grungy dark neutrals with a pop of teal, because she loves wearing teals, and I'm guessing it's probably going to be matte teals as well, because she has been wearing a lot of teal looks in her videos. I'm also expecting that what you see on this with the dark lipsticks, I'm expecting her to release dark lipsticks as well. I think she prefers a liquid lipstick, and I know she likes a dark lipstick, so I'm thinking that's probably what we're gonna see. But also, this is where I'm speculating with the size of Bailey Sarian. I would not be surprised if there was also a cheek product involved because of the sheer size of the amount of followers that Bailey Sarian has. I would not be surprised if this was a bigger collection. But when we know more, we'll talk more about it. I have had an on and off relationship with Melt Cosmetics. I feel like I've fallen out of love with them, but like I said, I've met Bailey. I feel like she's super sweet. Her content isn't exactly always what I like to watch. I will say I like watching her dark history videos more than her true crime, but I'm also not into true crime that much. Like, I don't watch a lot of true crime. It's not my... I would rather watch gaming content than true crime, and I know a lot of people are so into true crime, but it's just not my favorite genre. So I think for me, I will buy it because I'm interested to see what it is, unless it's something that's just really not my jive. Like, really not my jive. But other than that, I think I will be picking this one up. Let me know what you think about it. Something else that is coming soon, and this one is actually heading my way, and all I have to show you right now is that Nomad Cosmetics has changed their logo, which usually means that she has something new coming, and I am very excited to see what it is. It is actually in transit coming to me. I'm having a very intense week next week. I am heading to Vegas for the Creator and Friends holiday party. I'm doing that on Friday. I also have so much work to do, and like I said, I am preparing for a launch. I also have a lot of stuff to do for that. Plus, I also have some other things happening in my private life. Good things, not bad things, and I will talk more about that. Probably, I'm one of those people that, like, I'll probably talk more about it when it actually has happened, just know that I'm very busy. So if this collection reaches me before everything just becomes super busy, I will do a video on it. And except if it's like something, a cheek palette or some lip glosses, then I won't do a dedicated video on that. I'll do a reel instead. But if it's like an eyeshadow palette, I'll do a video on it. I'll have it up. It is being revealed on Sunday what this is going to be, so keep your eyes open. And I'm fairly sure she told me a release date, and I think it's next week. So again, keep an eye open. You can get some money off with my code. I always love Nomad Cosmetics, and I think that this color story with the jewel tones and the black background, they look very cute. And also, it's not florals for spring, it's florals for Christmas. And you know what? That is groundbreaking, and I am excited. Another thing that we talked about a little briefly is the new Dreamer collection, which is the holiday collection by Unearthly Cosmetics. This collection is, you can buy the full collection, which is a highlighter palette, which is nice because it usually does like blush duos or blush trios, and this is a highlighter trio, and they all look like more neutral shades, which I honestly think could be really nice. And then there's an eyeshadow palette. It's like pinky purple cool tones. Again, it's a bit of an unusual color story for Unearthly Cosmetics, and I've really been enjoying their palettes as of late. And it's 4 lipsticks. I am only going to be trying this eyeshadow palette. It is being sent to me as PR, and same here. When I have it, I'll do something, but I am very excited, and I'm very excited for this, for the brand, kind of unusual color story that I think will appeal to a lot of people that doesn't wear a lot of those bright colors that Unearthly usually does. Again, you can get some money off with a code, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. It says it's a pre-order, but I think it's shipping out like now, beginning of December. I can't believe it's almost beginning of December. I know every creator says that, but November was this. Gone. Ooh, this is exciting as well. We saw I think that was actually after I filmed last week's episode that Leal Cosmetics started sneak peeking the front of their palette. It's like almost like a moth on the front. It is the Midnight Serenade palette. They're also releasing colored mascaras, and Leal Cosmetics did ask me if I wanted to receive this collection as PR. So maybe we can do another one of those. I will say, I love filming the indie 4 palettes for looks, and I've been doing quite a lot of those this fall. They're very fun to film, but they take a lot of time to film. A lot of work goes into those videos, and they don't get like amazing views. So I honestly, now that I say it out loud, I don't think I have time, if I'm gonna be totally realistic, to film another one of those before January, but we'll do something with this. Maybe I can film a Get Ready With Me. There has to be something I can do. I think it looks really pretty, and again, I think it's a color story that's a little bit more muted, and I love the mix of cool tones and warm tones, and I love that there's some reds in here. I'm excited to see what this looks like, and it seems like some of these shades are more like duochrome toppers, which I am all about, so I'm intrigued to see what this looks. I have a sneaking feeling that this is gonna swatch very interesting because of the different textures and formulas in here. So I'm excited to see what that is. Okay, I've also seen this one, and I saw a lot of people getting very excited about this one, and I have promised myself, due to what's going on right now, to not buy and make any impulse decisions with makeup, because I simply do not have time. But I will say, this new Give Me Glow Cosmetics Mystical Garden palette, that's a really interesting color story, because it is like a winter garden. I don't know how to explain it, but there's something about this that just reminds me of like a garden asleep. I like this a lot. I like this color story a lot. It's almost like a muted version of the Muerte palette from Melt. I really like this color story, but again, I need to be realistic. If I buy this, I will not have time to use it, so there's literally no point. I think this might have already launched. It's $39. I think it's cute. Please let me know what you think about this one. This is fun actually, but I've already filmed all of my declutter videos. I know, I'm surprised too. My first declutter is coming next week. It's that time of the year, not Thanksgiving, not Christmas, it's declutter season. So I've actually decluttered my eyeshadow palettes already, and I can already tell you that I did declutter my Give Me Glow palettes because I wasn't impressed with the matte formula, but some people also told me that they didn't feel like those mattes represented the whole, like the brand's mattes that they usually have. So I probably would have picked this one up had it come in a different time of the year. It's just the wrong time. Because I have no time. Time is scarce. Ooh, I did actually buy this one. Now I felt a bit naughty because I'm like, I'm not gonna buy it. Okay, I did buy this one. Don't come for me. This is a concealer though, and this is a drugstore concealer, and I love so many concealers, but almost every concealer I love is an expensive concealer. So I want to find more drugstore concealers that actually work for my under eyes that are, honestly, I have a lot of fine lines, I have a lot of loose skin, so for me, I need something that works for me. So I have been loving some things from Revlon lately, so I thought I'd pick this one up and just see how I feel about it. I bought it at Amazon. I don't know if it's launched anywhere else since. It's $13. I will link it down below, but I'm gonna try this one out, and I'm on the hunt to find another really good drugstore concealer because I want to be able to recommend even more affordable things for you. But I will say, so far, the drugstore has not been amazing at offering concealers that I feel work for my a little bit more mature under eyes. I feel like so far, still, the best one is the Maybelline Active Wear, the thin one. The white square component, that one I still think is the best one, and I've gotten so many messages from you letting me know that you bought it and you're really happy with it. So I'm just still on the hunt to find more options, because we all know that when something becomes a true favorite of mine, it's only a matter of time before brands start planning to discontinue it. So I need to find more good ones. There is a really big matte palette coming from BPerfect Cosmetics, but it actually is, it says it is the Matte Ultimates Trio. Oh, so it is, it's a crayon, and then it's the matte palette that's super big, and it's the matte palette that's a little bit more accessible. It's like a little smaller. I love that it has a black and that it has a white. It has an overwhelming amount of warm neutral shades. It has like oranges, yellows, pinks, clays, brown. There's a couple of cool tone shades, but I really do think that with this amount of shades, I don't think it would have been the worst of idea to like maybe put in 5 cool tone shades. A couple of grays, like a really cool tone, like almost like, you know, that pewter lavender gray tone, like something that's like neutral but on the cool tone scale, because now it just becomes a little redundant. And when you look at the rows with oranges, you're like, it's like that they're all different. They're not. And since they're all matte as well, because if this had not been an all matte palette, even I could have been like devil's advocate and been like, well, maybe they're different formulas, but they're not because they're all matte. So I feel like that big one is just absolutely unnecessary. And then the small one, they still made that the same because they just brought in the brown shades. Just pick 4 or 5 of those brown out and at least get the pink, the orange, and the yellow in to make sense. So for me, this is targeted towards an audience that I just have nothing in common with, because for me, this is just pointless. This could have been a 6 pan, a 9 pan. This could have been a 9 pan. That's just me. Tarte has released a new foundation, and this is the Amazonian Clay Liquid Gem Foundation. It is a foundation that catches the light, which... Gem and catches the light. Sparkly question mark? Is that what they're saying with that? Customizable full coverage, which to me means medium to buildable, while feeling weightless, which is what I like. So I'm guessing it's like a little gel-like cream. Laser cut brush. Well, that I don't care about. How do you feel about this? Should I try it? I do like a medium coverage foundation with a little buildable action going on. And I don't mind that it's a cream because it seems to be in a compact that's actually not crazy hard to open and just gets stuff everywhere like the one from Jones Road. But also that could be the marketing picture. I mean, they have to make it look accessible, right? I'm wondering. $35.98, 17 shades. I might. I'm putting a maybe in this one simply because a lot of the things that I have tried from Tarte, some of them have just been like, no, absolutely not. But some of them have been truly fantastic products. And it makes me wonder if this could be in that category. And if not, it would make a fun video. Maybe this is one of those Edward Cullen glitter creams. We kind of need to find out, don't we? I might take one for the team. You know, it's for science. Twilight science. Speaking of things in a jar and speaking of Jones Road, they are releasing or bringing back the mini miracle balms. They actually did send me one of these minis. I haven't tried it yet. The way that this product is described sounds like something I wouldn't love, but I also think that this is something that I would use on the days because I'm trying to get into... Okay, I've talked about this for a year and I'm getting better. The thing for me is that when I do my makeup, I want to do it all. I'm literally 0 to 100, and I'm not saying I am a 0, I'm just saying no makeup or full-on drag queen. I have a very hard time just applying a little bit, and a little bit can still mean a little color, because I'll usually do a little prance in my waterline and a little highlighter and maybe some concealer, just still a pop of color but a little bit more accessible, or maybe just brows and an orange lipstick. That's something I've been loving a lot, and I really do think that I would like the Miracle Balm for that. I don't think I would like the Miracle Balm together with foundation, but I also don't think it's meant to be used with foundation. So I actually really want to dig out the one I have and just try it. Huh. Okay, so there's kits where you can get more than one as well. Oh yeah, okay. This is one of the kits that they sent me, yeah, with a pen and a gloss and a mini balm. Okay, see, here's the thing. I don't think that I would hate this. I just need to remember to use it on the days that I'm not wearing foundation. And I like my skin. And even when I have imperfections in my skin, I still like my skin. And I think that a balm like this might actually work then. I just wouldn't use it with foundation. So if you're the kind of person that always wears foundation, I don't know if you would love this, because the way I've seen it used, it is a little balmy and it probably will just dissolve anything that's underneath. This one I will 1,000,000% get one way or another, and this is the new perfume by Kayali, and this is the Eden Sparkling Lychee. Do you say Lychee? I think in Sweden you say Lychee, but I think it's Lychee, right? I don't know if I've ever said that in English before. It is one of these fruits, the pink ones that you see here on the picture. Okay, here's the thing. I love Kayali fragrances, and the more I try them, the more I like them. I have been really into the cherry one, the burning cherry as of late, and I love the Eden apple, the juicy apple. I love it. It's an amazing scent, and I love a good fruity perfume that's not overly sugary, vanilla, or like just cotton candy. Like, I want the fruit salad, not the fruit cake. And I've said this before. And this, the way that it is described with a little bit of sugar. So this one has the, well, it has the Lychee, of course, but it has black currant, which is one of my favorite scents when I find in fragrances, and they are rare. I love the scent and I love the flavor of black currant. And then it has the sparkling Lychee, and all of the marketing pictures has been with like sparkling wine. So I'm thinking it's gonna have a hint of a boozy note in there as well. Then it has rose, not my favorite, but rose can complement a lot of scents really well if it's not taking over. And then it's candied violets, sugared amber, and sandalwood. Sandalwood I usually love in fragrances. Amber I like if it's not too much. Too much amber will make me dislike a perfume. It's just one of those scents that if it takes over too much, it's not going to be for me. It's just not the kind of scent that I go for. But violets is also one of those scents that I really, really like in perfumes. When fragrances has violets, I usually like it. But it says sugared amber and candied violets. And you can see the candied violets here. So it makes me wonder, is the sugar and the rose and the amber going to be too much? Or is it, which I feel like Kayali usually does, going to be very well balanced, so that the thing that they are marketing it as, which is sparkling Lychee, is actually going to be the star of the show. This is what I need to try. I do get some PR from Kayali. I don't know if I'm going to get this one or not, but if I'm not getting it in PR, I will buy it, because I love the other fragrances so much, and I love a fruity perfume. So I will, and I love a perfume with violets, with black currants, with like boozy notes. I will be trying this one. So if I don't get it, I will get it myself. This one it's going to be available in full size and in like the mini sizes, all of that, December 1st. I will link down below where you'll be able to get it. But yeah, I will be trying this one out. One way or another, I'm very excited. I have not yet tried anything from Nimya by NikkiTutorials, but this one makes me a little intrigued, and this is the cream blushes. They look like very fun colors, although it's not the type of colors that I think the main majority of customers are looking for going into winter. But again, I think both me and Nikki, like, we wear whatever we want to wear. We don't care what season we're into. But I do like how these look, and that like almost neon, it's called Hey Carl, like neon coral. It looks like a shade that I would enjoy playing with. It's $36 for the bundle. We can also buy them separately. I'm fairly sure she is sold at Beauty Bay, right? And I think she might also be sold at what is it called? NK? I'm not 100% sure, but she's sold at some other places as well. Again, I will link it down below. I think this is one of those things I would like to try it, but I don't know if I'm gonna make a separate order to try it. I don't love that they're in the little pots, but also she is selling a little mini sponge, which I think works really good with like things that are in pots like this. So at least she thought about that like thing. So I think it's exciting. Is it exciting enough for me to buy, especially right now when I'm trying to buy less? That I don't know. Another really exciting launch that I know a lot of people were very excited about when they saw it is that Shroud Cosmetics is launching a new palette that's called Dark Academia. And I'm fairly sure that they are launching it today on Black Friday, actually. Oh, they're actually already launched it. It's launching on the 20th together with our Black Friday week. Oh, they also released some new nail polishes I see here. Well, you're gonna have to check their Instagram to see some more info or just go to their website. I will link it down below. I don't know if this one's sold out or not, but again, I think it's really smart for brands that are known for making very colorful, bright, palettes that appeal to me, to also do something that's a little bit more muted, a little bit less colorful, a little bit less bright, but still with the formulas that people are excited about for the people who actually don't want to have bright eyeshadow. So I think that this is a good idea, and I do like the color story of it a lot, and it seems to be 3 shimmers that are a little bit duochrome-y, so I think it looks really beautiful. I don't know if I'm getting this in PR or not. I actually did purchase one of the blushes and one of the highlighters from Shroud that they released earlier this fall, and it took quite some time actually for them to ship it to me, but I will say when they did ship it to me, they actually sent me the whole collection and just said like, thank you for purchasing, here's the other ones. So I was very grateful for that. I'm planning to do like a trying new makeup or something, and I want to include them because the 2 shades that I bought is a highlighter and a blush, orangey, peachy, pinky goodness, and I am so excited to try them out. They look incredible. Oh, there's also a new collection by Trixie Cosmetics. These are some round palettes. These are the solid pink disco collection. Okay, that's what it's called. I think it's 2 round palettes. Okay, there's a cream highlighter in Toot Toot and a cream highlighter in Beep Beep. You know, I like that. There is a luxe lip gloss, there are some lashes, a brush set, and you can buy the entire PR box as well. And the round palettes, of course, when you close them on the outside, it's like disco balls. Trixie Cosmetics is one of those brands. I've tried one of their bronzers and one of their blushes, and I thought the formula was okay. Not amazing, just okay. Not bad, but also not amazing that I'm like, oh, I need to try more from the brand. Because sometimes I try things and I'm like, wow, I need to try more from this brand ASAP. There are brands that I've felt that with. I didn't feel that with Trixie Cosmetics, so I think I'm still gonna hold up for a bit longer. GlossGods have released some new palettes, and I think they have re-released 2 of their palettes, which was Gal on the Moon and Gal on Mars, and then they have released 2 new palettes as well, because those were the all shimmer palettes that they have, and then they have released 2 more palettes, one that is a cool tone neutral palette that I think a lot of people will really enjoy. It's like some taupes, some browns that lean a little bit more on the cool tone scale. There are some silvers, some cool tones. And then there is one that is a very fiery palette. It has a couple of mattes as well, and then just a couple of special shades. GlossGods is a Swedish indie brand, and they have some of those really special duochromes, multichromes that you see from some like US indie brands. So if you're living in Sweden or if you're living in the EU and you want to save a little bit on taxes and shipping, I definitely would recommend you to check out GlossGods. You can get some money off with my code Angelica. It is just a really fun brand that has a lot of really fun things, especially their shimmers are amazing. But they have like bronzers and blushes and highlighters and absolutely everything. So definitely check them out if you're living in the EU and you just want to try some of those special formulas for yourself. There's also some new palettes coming from Klarity Cosmetics. These are some really fun, bright, jewel toned, colorful palettes, and this is Komodo and Anaconda. I feel like they've had an Anaconda palette before, have they not? I feel like they have. I'm not 100% sure. These will be excluded from the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales. I guess they have a sale going on as well. And I know my friend Karen Harris has a code, and I will leave that code down in the description box in case you wanted to purchase something from Klarity Cosmetics. I think the palettes look really cute, but I already have palettes similar to this. I have the Bejeweled palette by Bella Beauté Bar that I used in yesterday's video, where I used 4 brand new indie palettes to the market. If you were interested in seeing some more indie palettes being swatched and used, that was yesterday's video. And I feel like this one, even though they're not dupes in any way, shape, or form, they have a similar vibe. That dark, jewel toned, mattes and shimmers and special shades. So I think I'm gonna hold off and just enjoy the ones I have, but it looks like a really fun release. Next, we have something from Benefit, and Benefit has created a product that is named something that I have been calling my brows for a really long time, which is Build-A-Brow. I have very thin, not sparse, well, maybe sparse brows, but I have very long brow hair, so I tend to brush them up a bit and just fill them in a little bit to make them look like they're not. You remember the 90s and 2000s when everybody had thin brows? I have naturally thin brows. So everyone was like, you're so lucky. No one's calling me lucky now, Not so lucky now. With the bushy brows. So this Build-A-Brow sounds really fun. It is a 2-in-1 brow pen and sealing gel that builds a fuller brow in just 2 easy steps. Waterproof eyebrow makeup delivers real looking fuller brows for up to 24 hours wear. That is interesting though. It feels like it is the type of brow that I do, which is a clear setting gel to brush my hairs up and then I fill in with a brow pen. So I will pick this up. Is this available? Okay, I will buy this. I want to try this. I don't think, or maybe the kind of brow that they have here, like the real brow versus the Build-A-Brow, I don't like filling in everything. I like it to look more like hairs, but I guess you can fill everything in. I think that's the good part of having one of those pens, that you can draw in hairs instead of filling in your brows. Because if you're just going to fill in your brows, you might as well just get a brow powder that will last you longer. But yeah, I think that sounds interesting. Also, let's talk about this. I think this is really fun. This is a makeup sneak peek. GlamSmitty and ShinebySD are doing a collab together. It says Forest Hues Mystic Dreams, GlamSmitty by ShinebySD, coming very soon. Can't wait for y'all to see it. And this looks really fun. I'm very excited for them. I haven't tried ShinebySD in a really long time, but I do have an older video with them, and they do have some really, really fun things. So I'm excited to see what this is. We'll talk more about it once we know more. Oh, right now, right as I'm sitting down to film, let's talk about the last thing. Glamlite just announced that they are doing a collab with Garfield that's launching next week. Remember how I said I don't have time for anything? Glamlite is like... That is so fun. Again, you can get, I think it's 15% off with my code at Glamlite if you wanted to try something. I love that the color story that they're showing is blue and pink. We cooked up some ultra delicious treats. This looks very, very fun. I am so excited. I wonder what they're gonna do. Because there's very pastel-y, but then there's the lasagna, of course. We're gonna have to talk about this again next week. I will probably show you something on Instagram, something on maybe my community tab before then, because there's a risk that this one will like actually launch before my new makeup releases next week. But I will definitely have a new makeup releases next week. I will actually have a video tomorrow as well. I'm not doing Vlogmas this year. Actually, let me scooch you back and we can talk. So I will not be doing Vlogmas this year because I don't have time. I will be honest, I don't have time. Instead, I will be doing 12 days of Christmas, and I'm hoping to have a bunch of giveaways as well. We're all working our butts off over here to make all of that happen. So that will start on December 1st. But with that being said, I might end up having videos. I will have a video tomorrow. I might end up having something on Sunday as well. There's just a bunch of things going on right now with the makeup community around the holiday times. There's so many fun things happening. So I will not be uploading every day until Christmas, but I will be uploading quite a lot of videos. And I will be uploading for sure the 1st to the 12th of December every day, even if it's through a weekend. And then I will just be uploading per normal, which is still 4 to 6 videos a week. And I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. Thank you so much for staying until the end watching my video. That is the best way to support a creator for free. And if you like the video, please leave a comment, give it a thumbs up. That really helps out as well. And I will see you again tomorrow in a really, really fun Get Ready With Me where we are using a full face of makeup that's actually on sale right now. Like really good stuff. And yeah, check the description for more info and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!